Welcome to the best coin news channel on YouTube. I'm Sonofasilverstacker. In today's numismatic news and information for the 18th day of February 2024, I'd like to welcome you over to Money Metals so we can check out those spot prices where they ended the week, as well as the availability and the premium for the 24 American Silver Eagle. After that, we'll bump over to the United States Mint, check out their bullion sales, as well as a product that's available now that was on Remind Me for about a month or so. Now, this product, the 2023 proof set, the one that had the product package change, this is begging all kinds of questions as to why it's back and whatnot. But before we start asking any of those questions, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. That's right. That way we can open up the official Son of a Silver Stacker store and sell the official Son of a Silver Stacker merchandise. And we might be thinking about changing things up a little bit on that logo, maybe making something a little bit more fantastic. Who knows? Now, over here to moneymetals.com. Looks like gold ended the week at $20.23.55. Silver at $23.60, platinum at $921.50, and palladium at $985.95. Isn't that interesting? $15 or so, $14.15 below that $1,000. That's remarkable. That's just like, what? Now, you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle whose premium is $6.99. Remember when it was almost $20. The item total here is $30.59. That's for a quantity of 1 through 39. And they're going to buy them back. Yeah, look at that. $25.35 each. That's pretty healthy, actually. It's probably the healthiest we've seen that offer to buy back in quite some time. They were at 23 for about a month or so. Now, here we are at the bullion sales at the United States Mint. And yes, no new tale to tell on this subject matter whatsoever. But what's interesting is we're halfway through February and we have no half-ounce gold eagles been sold yet. So that's pretty interesting. Now, here we go with the proof set from 2023. That's the one I was telling you about, featuring the American Women Quarters, Bessie Coleman with that fixed hat, right? Remember that one? They sent out the product, the packaging, the replacement. So you got the silver proof, I imagine the proof sets, rather, for the American Women Quarters and the silver proof sets are going to be sent out. I haven't got mine yet. Have you? And how many has the United States Mint sent out? How many are they going to send out? If you bought 10, did you get 10 replacements or just 5? And which one is going to be the most valuable packaging to own? The one with or without the hat? And if you look at eBay, a lot of listings for the proof set for 2023 don't even have replacement or with or without hat. So it's really interesting. Not many people are either concerned about it or know about this particular air for this set. But there it is, the shiny candy-like red button. There's no mintage limit. There's no product limit. There's no household order limit, which means the mint kids make as many as they'd like in a given amount of time in a year, right? Because now that it's 2024, okay, does that mean that they're striking these sets and that's why they're available now? Or is it that they had to destroy, like, okay, open up the packages and all the lenses, take those out of the old packages without the hat, the one where she's a librarian, and then have all these on the side just waiting to be repackaged. Now that the repackaging has come, all right, now you can add it to bag finally. Here we are in middle of February 2024, and it's an active, ready-to-go product again. I think this dropped on June 30, 2023, so it didn't last very long. I think it was gone by, November. Was the Remind Me, the blue button, not the shiny candy-like red button? Yeah, that one there. So this is really interesting for what's going on over the United States Mint. Not sure if I think, look, if I had to take a guess, I would say it's part of the packaging problem, and that's why we're seeing this shiny candy-like red button. Now, the next question is, how many are they selling? Because it was just, here and there, they would sell a trickle amount in the morning at 7:30 a.m., all right? But look, if this thing's been available for the last 2 to 3 days, how many have they sold? Well, that's a good question, right? So let's start off with how many have they sold from the Mint's reporting the cumulative sales figures here. Well, look at, there's the number, 369,497. And we know this has been available for about 3 days now. And I'm talking solid for 24 hours, not just in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, well, look, if you go to coinnews.net and you go to Clad Proof Sets, title of this article is U.S. Mint Sales 2024 Liberty and Britannia Products Debut, written by Mike Unser, dated February 14. Okay, here we go. The Clad Proof Sets, they sold 6,786 in 1 week's time. And what's interesting about this particular bit of information is that, well, remember, for 2 weeks, they took a hiatus. Now, I think this is the actual one that has back-to-back reporting numbers. So I think that number of 6,786 is a good number. It's a solid number. It's a reliable, trustworthy number for these sales for this week. So I'm going to go with that. So look, that's about 1,000 per day. All right. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen here with this particular set is we're going to sell 1,000 per day. All right. So if we get to that 1,000 per day and we no longer see the shiny candy like red button, we see the remind me, maybe that's not too bad because look, in the grand scheme of things, we know that the proof set from 2023 is one of the least minted proof sets in quite some time. I think in over almost 70 years, maybe 65 years. There's the clad proof sets. The number is 369, 497. Let's go to the Wikipedia page for the United States Mint proof sets, silver and clad. All right, here's the pre-war proof sets. They are minted in Philadelphia. Right there it says P mint mark. Has year and mintage. Well, we don't even get close to these numbers here. That's just like a, yeah, not even going to talk about that. Now, here we go. These are the post-war proof sets from 1950 to 1964 up until the Civil Rights era. And here we go, mintage here, year here. Then we got 54 and 55, and these are all Philadelphia. The ones we're talking about now are actually San Francisco minted, right? So if we're comparing apples to apples, San Francisco to San Francisco mint, well, there's no comparison. The San Francisco minted clad proof sets represent numbers in the millions, folks. And we're talking about 367,000, 370,000. And I mean, that's just do the math. That's incredible. But what we can tell you is that if you look at the numbers for the clad sets from San Francisco, the chart says down and to the right, okay, over a period of time, the mintages are going down, 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 and down. All right, so look at that. The last reporting was 2021, but we have better data than that because we actually have coinnews.net and the clad proof sets. Yep, here we go. 2017, right there, 568, 517, 601, 464, 512, 400,000, and we're at about 370. Maybe, just maybe, we're at 378. And if we actually go past the mintage for the 1955 proof set, that's no big deal because look at the next closest number for those Philadelphia clad proof sets from the mid 1950s. Yeah, that's almost at 700,000, and we're barely at the 400,000 mark. That's remarkable, and that still says a lot about this set. Now, I can't tell you. Another question would be, why didn't the mint just destroy the clad proof sets that had the wrong packaging? If my theory is correct, the delay in this product's bringing back to the shiny candy like red button, you know, if my theory is correct, why not just destroy the rest of the clad proof sets at this watermark of 367, 369? You know, do they have 10,000, 20,000 sitting on the shelf waiting to be purchased and shipped out? If they do, like I said, you know, you add 20,000 to this number, we're at 389. All right. You had 30,000, we're at 400 even, just like the 2022 proof set. So maybe that is the watermark right there, is 400,000 for each year. And if that is the case, that is still remarkably low. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, look at that. That still puts us closer to 1955 numbers than it does 1956 numbers. And I think the last question out of all this is, well, what are they selling for on eBay? So let's go here to the 2023 San Francisco U.S. Mint proof set, 372 results, and this is under completed and sold listings. All right, I can clear all, but why bother? Now, I think I'm just basically showing you this one to kind of demonstrate, well, people and their listings and the verbiage they're using for the descriptions. Well, not necessarily the description, the title of their listings. All right. So some people are putting with hat. Some people have no hat, no replacement, no vernacular whatsoever, no verbiage talking about how the United States Mint has done some replacement packaging. So look at this one. This was $49.99 or best offer. Same with that one there, sold by the same seller. This one's got Bessie Coleman with hat. This one has nothing like that. But check it out. That's a pre-sale 2024. Why am I even bothering? All right, look at that. Same price. Isn't that something? So $49.99. I feel like a knucklehead. That's all right. Sometimes you're the knuckle. Sometimes you're the nail. Sometimes you're the hammer, right? Well, I was just a nail right there. Got myself right there. All right, 2023 U.S. Mint proof set, 23 RG. That's important that I look at the date. They're $45, $7 shipping. Doesn't talk about, yes, indeed, the hat the replacement or the rejected packaging. All right, look at this. Unavailable at mint in hand. So that one person's speaking about how, guess what? Yeah, you can't get it at the United States Mint, so you better pick it up from me. Well, guess what? You can right now, but for how long? Look at this. Replacement box and COA, no coins for $7. And that is the one with the hat. That is the replacement. Now, would you go up to eBay and start packing like this person? If they had 10 of these, would you buy all of the replacements and become the distributor? I mean, would you buy them all up? Would you adopt them all? Isn't that interesting? And what could you have to gain by adopting all of the replacement boxes and COAs? And why would it be Is it a replacement COA? I don't think so. It's just a replacement box. That's interesting. Yep. So here we go. $54.95. Yep. Doesn't really. I mean, is there anything about the hat or the replacement or the rejected picture? Nothing. Look at that one. Sold for almost $60. That's a $35 product. Look at that. How much is it? Yeah, 35. This person sold it for almost $60. That's a great turnaround. Not too bad. Oh, look at this. A replacement silver-proof set box from 2023. That's outstanding. Look at that for $8.99. Best offer, free shipping. So there you go, folks. Interesting times at the United States Mint. It was definitely the year of the air packaging, right? Because they also had the Liberty medal. Well, they turned it into a coin on the COA when it was really just a medal on the medal. Yeah, that's amazing. Now over to the plus ones before I get too much more tongue-tied and twisted. This is Proverb 29:4. Says, through justice a king establishes a land, but a man of graft tears it down. And I think what that basically means that a leader who is corrupt or who takes bribes will destroy his country and the economy. Over here to 3 Nines Fine, 99.9 KOA Coin News Radio. This is 10cc. I'm not in love. Yeah, this is great stuff. And I'm really thankful to actually Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie, that actually probably repopularized this song. There's those one-hit wonders that you don't really hear that often. But when you do, you're like, oh yeah, it was genius, Anyway, that's that. That's 99.9 KOA and Coin News Radio. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Now, if you like what you heard and see, please sub the channel. It is free. And if you have already subbed the channel, please consider becoming a member. It helps get these videos out every single day for your viewing and listening pleasure. Stacker out.